Om Shanti and welcome back to an all-new episode on Ek Mulakat. As you may know, in this show, we bring to you a different personality each time from different walks of life. Our distinguished guest today is one such personality who needs no introduction. He is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India, Deepak Mishra ji. He assumed office in August 2017 and is the 45th Chief Justice of India. He's here at a conference on science, spirituality, and environment. We will talk to him today and find out his views on these three aspects of our life. We will also listen to his words of wisdom and get inspired. So let's all welcome Mishra ji. I extend a very hearty welcome to you on behalf of Brahma Kumaris.
Thank you.
You have come here for a national conference. Actually, it's an international conference. And it's on science, spirituality, and environment. And I was wondering, is this your first trip here to Mount Abu, or have you been here before?
And this is my first trip.
It is your first trip. So
yes.
We would love to know from you, what was your reaction as soon as you stepped into these premises? What was your reaction? What was the first thing that attracted you or impressed you?
You see, I had heard about the infrastructure. It's a huge organization. When you put your step in, you get a feeling that you are entering into some kind of vibrant atmosphere. And this vibrancy, as I felt, there is something spiritual about it. Not the spirituality when ordinarily people think about it. It's something more than that. Something enters into your inner self and you realize this place has some kind of spiritual attributes which you may not feel elsewhere.
I'm so glad you're reflecting the feelings which many of us, or I can say all of us, feel once we arrive to these premises, because thousands and thousands of people are meditating here day in and day out. What was it about the conference? I mean, today I realized was just the first day of the conference, but what was it about the session or the first day of the conference that really made a mark or made an impression on your mind?
I found the audience, the huge audience, was absolutely disciplined and they're eager to know, and that apart, they could convey they are the disciples and the students of spirituality. And when you have a captive audience like this, you like to communicate, you like to share, and you like to speak to them. There was no lecture. Actually, what I found, every speaker was talking to the audience. And certain things I also learned from the elderly sisters of the organization. And we also feel that unless you share a sense of spirituality you are feeling or an ecstatic moment, it gets wasted. How to share is an art. Your presence may share, your words may share, and your activities may share. And I found the topic is given really a cohesive one: spirituality, environment, science. Everybody focused on the aspect that there is no conflict between science and spirituality. In one, you put a query to yourself. In the other, you put a query to the universe. Correct. What is this universe? Another, you put, who am I? Right. What am I? Right. Where I come from? Relationship, this intense connectivity and the eager to belong to the universe as a part of the universe, as someone who matters. I think that is the basic thought which impressed me. And it's because I always believe, and I have been believing in this for the last 50 years, that the beauty of this universe is every particle of universe is within you. Therefore, you really don't feel detached from the universe, or no one should feel detached from the universe.
Right. It was a very beautiful message you gave us, that science and spirituality are not mutually exclusive. They have to go hand in hand in order to have a better world. Speaking of a better world, we have a lot of viewers out there who are watching us today. And is there any kind of special message or any inspirational message that you might want to give them?
To have peace of mind, you don't have to really travel anywhere. You may be required to meditate, because actually at that point of time you are more focused. Peace of mind comes from what you intend to do with yourself. You must accept your limitations, and there must be contentment. When I say contentment, I do not say you don't aspire. Aspiration is a fundamental perception of a man that should be there, but simultaneously you must learn to accept and also recognize your limitations. I'll give an example. Supposing I don't know how to drive a car, and I can't drive a car for some reason or other, I should not aspire for that. That's called acceptance of limitation. Other thing I told today, and I would like to say, I always emphasize on physical morality. This physical morality can cultivate a sense of peace of mind within you. This physical morality is a very cohesive term. It includes how you behave with your body and mind. Some people pollute their mind, some people pollute their body. There should not be pollution of thought or pollution of body. It's a gift from nature. It's a gift from creative intelligence. It's your duty to maintain and sustain.
Very well said. And I believe along with that also comes love. You know, love for the self, love for God, love for the environment. That also plays a major role in having a cohesive life. And I believe you would agree to that when it comes to love.
So love as a concept, and I've always said with people who I felt appropriate, you must love humanity. When you love a particular person, you must love him or her. You should not feel that whether she or he loves me or I love her. In love, there is a sense of belonging, and apart from that, there is a sense of care for the belonging of the other person. You must respect other person's feeling and identity, not your exclusive desire or your identity or your passion. Take small things into heart.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
Understanding, interpreting oneself to oneself, appreciating other persons, and I have emphasized on certain days, sublimation of emotions in the context of love matters. And sublimation of emotion can also come from mutual respect, and I emphatically say out of meditation.
Did you have an opportunity, or did you get a chance to learn Rajyoga meditation? And you know, what did you find anything different about it as compared to many of the other forms of meditation that we have out there?
I cannot comment on that because I do not have multiple experiences. I have some experience with regard to meditation, which I practice, but that's different. Someone may learn the meditation, a particular form, someone may other. There should not be any kind of competition between a meditation and a form of meditation, another form of meditation. What should be emphasized upon or stressed upon is the meditation itself.
Right. You know, a lot of people see meditation as a practice to relax and, you know, bring themselves together. I was kind of wondering, what do you use to unwind and relax yourself?
There is a very difficult concept called thoughtless thought. But people like us who lead a different kind of worldly life, and many people, they cannot achieve the concept of thoughtless thought. Thoughts will come. Unless thoughts come, you are non-existent. I mean, at our ordinary level of life. Therefore, meditation, when an ordinary man meditates, he should not think why other thoughts are coming. Other thoughts should not come. If he concentrates on that kind of thoughts coming into mind from all sides, he will be actually follow a path of digression all the time. He should allow the thoughts to come. Let thoughts come. But I will not bother about it. I'll go on meditating. Gradually, and I believe, thoughts will be filtered. This filtration of thought is an subconscious act. And you must allow your subconsciousness to function. We do not know at what time the subconsciousness starts functioning. It's a deep psychological study or psychoanalytical study. Without your knowledge, it functions. And therefore, anyone who is really keen on learning the art of meditation or meditating must allow the subconscious to have a free play.
In terms of this organization, Brahma Kumaris, what role do you see Brahma Kumaris play in terms of bringing about, like this topic itself for this conference is science and spirituality and environment. So what role do you see Brahma Kumaris play in the future to bring about this cohesive relationship between the three?
There are various ways of understanding the environmental problem. But it's an admitted fact, all of us are responsible in spoiling the environment. One cuts the tree, but others also are responsible for that.
Right.
The effort of this organization, as I perceive, and when they plant trees, they really plant a sense of peace on the Mother Earth. These activities actually teach others how to care for the environment instead of aggressively attacking that there is pollution. Right. Aggressive attack has to be done for a different purpose. But how do you contribute as an organization or as a person? There are so many people, thousands and thousands of people involved with your organization.
Right.
In 140 countries, as I was told.
Right.
If everyone becomes conscious of environment, say, if everybody feels that he must plant a tree somewhere, that creates a different kind of atmosphere.
Right.
This bringing individuals in a collective whole for the purpose of enhancing the soundness of environment, I think is a good contribution about this organization.
You had the opportunity of meeting with Dadi Ratan Mohini ji, assistant directors of this organization. I was kind of wondering, what was your experience like to being with such a highly elevated soul?
I have been told that she is 95. But when she spoke, she was absolutely articulate, comprehensive, connecting, and there was a pin of silence in the audience. I have a counter question. Why did people maintain such kind of solemn silence? She was not speaking wisdom that way. She was speaking heart to heart, able to connect. You see, and once there is this kind of connectivity, mental connectivity, soul connectivity, you realize you can change people. It's not a kind of trying to tell people to change, one can change by words and action. The way she has lived her life and people have seen her, yes, here is a person has lived a life of an example. And she is able to communicate to us in our own language, which we understand. There is not great intellectual talk about spirituality. It is small things which have been told. So everyone in the audience or who might be seeing, yes, she is correct. And thoughts are pure. Pure thoughts, when shared, can change people.
Very true. And I believe what I'm hearing you say is they have this kind of pure aura that has the ability to just make the other person peaceful. It is a power which they carry with themselves as a result of their medical practices over how many years? 60, 70, 80 years. We really, really appreciate your presence here with us and everything that you have shared with us today. And like I said earlier, please do come back. We would love to be with you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We had this wonderful conversation with Deepak Mishra ji, the Honorable Chief Justice of India. He's here at a conference on science, spirituality, and environment. He very open-heartedly expressed his views on these three aspects of our life. He talked how important it is to plant trees and the role that meditation plays in our life. He also had a very beautiful message for our viewers out there. With these words, we'd like to conclude this show today, and we hope that you have enjoyed watching this. And until next time, take care and Om Shanti.
हमारे YouTube चैनल गॉडलीवुड स्टूडियो को सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ ही हर नए वीडियो के अपडेट के लिए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करें।